halftime, just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
There as to why they like this rookie so much.
Honing his game, they expect a pretty good jump out of him as things.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now Ryan. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again, Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Powerful running. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Ready? White 25.
On 1st and 10, Winston. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A 2nd down throw for Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. First down, Winston. And this is incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll throw again. Winston. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Jameis now on first down. He gets it to Humphries. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Ready? White 25.
Jameis again. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And brought down, but not before they get it in. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready. Blue ready.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And it's incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Ready. Blue ready.
From the gun, Winston. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Deion Jones able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Black.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Ready. Blue ready.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Ready. Blue ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries from a yard out. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Ryan over the middle. That's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Ryan will throw again. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion and the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. first and 10. It's Ryan. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again. Ryan, his pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw again is Ryan. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. White 25.
To throw, Winston. He finds Humphries. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.